Hello. So I'm creating this video because I want to talk about a couple of housekeeping things that are going on and a couple of changes that are getting ready to take place in relationship to finishing off the annotated bibliography and moving on to the final paper, which is the thesis supporting paper. So the first thing, my apologies for the changing of the due dates. Things have been a little bit, I would say, a little bit complicated this semester. I've had to do a lot of travel for speaking engagements in relationship to writing. So it's not that I'm going on vacation or anything, or ignoring your post for the discussion boards, but rather I've been doing a lot of traveling for speaking engagements in relationship to writing, and it's been sort of difficult, going from one place to the next, not having internet, not being able to download, not being able to upload, and finally I have a sense of reprieve. So that has slightly impacted the way in which I've been able to give feedback to you. So it's taken a little bit longer than I thought because I take feedback extremely seriously. So I wanted to be sure that I was able to give you the proper attention for your annotated bibliographies, and that you really understand what it is that I'm saying, and that you have time to go to the links and be able to ask me any questions around the annotated bibliography. So with that, I am going to make sure that I accommodate everyone to make sure that you complete the annotated bibliography successfully, and also have a smooth transition from the annotated bibliography to the final paper. Because a smooth transition from the annotated bibliography to the final paper is extremely important, because it's all part of the larger research process. In that, if you have received your annotated bibliography, so it's been a pretty much a wide range in regards to how I've been getting back to people with their annotated bibliography. Some of you have gotten your feedback last week. Some of you have gotten your feedback yesterday. All right. And so I said that the final annotated bibliography would be due on June 7th, this Wednesday, and try to get the annotated bibliography in the Dropbox as close to that date as possible. As an instructor, just more broadly, I'm flexible with due dates. So especially for those of you that got the annotated bibliography or my feedback from the annotated bibliography back within the past couple of days, I am willing to work with you. I'm willing to be flexible on when you get that final draft in. So I would like us to try to shoot for this Wednesday, June 7th, but I'm flexible. If you need to turn it in on the 8th or the 9th, um, or, if you find yourself needing a little bit more time after the 9th, just send me an email and let me know, and then we can sort of work on that. So it's not a big deal. If you find yourself needing a little bit more time to make the revisions that I have given you on the annotated bibliography, that is more important to me than you just making some deadline. All right. So one of the things that I always say is that deadlines are made to be broken, especially in writing classes, when the writing process is such a detailed, sort of nuanced process that's sort of connected to the individual. So the idea is that you all individually learn from this experience, learn how to use the process, rather than trying to stick to a deadline that I've arbitrarily come up with at the beginning of the semester. Right. So coming back to the annotated bibliography, focus on the annotated bibliography for the next couple of days. I would like you to upload your final draft to the Dropbox by June 7th, but if you don't feel like you can make that deadline, just please let me know and we will set up an alternative deadline for you. Another thing with the annotated bibliography, make sure that you have been able to locate my feedback for the annotated bibliography on eLearning. As a reminder, my feedback for your annotated bibliography is located in the grade section on eLearning under the assignment annotated bibliography in the feedback box. If you are not able to locate that, please let me know, because your grade for the annotated bibliography is going to be contingent upon how you are able to not only address the larger requirements for the annotated bibliography in the assignment sheet, but also how you address my comments in your final draft. So when I give you a grade for your final draft, I'm going to be looking at the requirements for the annotated bibliography in the assignment sheet, and I'm also going to be looking at the things that I gave you feedback on, and I'm going to look at how you've addressed my feedback. So for those of you that I said that you have to make sure you need to develop your introduction a little bit more, your conclusion a bit more, making sure that you have direct quotes with in-text citations, making sure that you formatted your citations correctly. These are all of the things that I'm going to be looking at in terms of determining my grade for your final annotated bibliography. So make sure that you are able to locate my feedback on eLearning. And if you're not able to locate my feedback, send me an email, let me know, and I will make sure that you get your draft with my feedback on that draft. Because again, moving on to the annotated bibliography, the final draft, you need to make sure that you have an understanding of my feedback before you upload that to the Dropbox on eLearning. Moving forward, now because we've had to change some dates for the annotated bibliography, that means that dates for the Dropbox, or I should say the discussion board post number 3, discussion board post number 4, along with our final paper, those due dates are going to change. Don't worry about those due dates yet. I'm going to do some rescheduling, and between now and Wednesday, and I'm going to publish another video, or I will publish it in text that will show you what will be changed in terms of the due dates with the assignments moving forward. For now, I want you to focus on completing the annotated bibliography by Wednesday. And again, if you need a little bit more time after Wednesday, that's fine. Don't worry about the upcoming assignments yet. Don't worry about those assignments until I touch base with you on Wednesday. I need to sit back and see how the annotated bibliographies are coming in on Wednesday, and I need to make some changes with the dates based off of some more larger things I need to consider with some of the challenges that we might be having. And so I will have those final decisions published on Wednesday. So for this week, I just want you to focus on the annotated bibliography, getting that in, preferably by Wednesday, or if you need a little bit more time, let me know. Do not worry about the upcoming assignments until I touch base with you on Wednesday, June 7th. Again, if you are not able to access your feedback on the annotated bibliography, please let me know, because that is crucial in terms of finishing off this paper and moving on to the next paper. As a reminder, with grading of the annotated bibliography, on the final draft, I assign you a grade. So there won't be detailed comments on your final draft of the annotated bibliography like there were detailed comments on the rough draft of your annotated bibliography. So this is why it's really important to make sure that you understand my comments, because my comments and the actual requirements for the paper, these are the things that I use as a rubric to give you the grade for to assign the grade on the final draft of your annotated bibliography. So let's review. The final annotated bibliography is due June 7th in the Dropbox on eLearning. If you need some more time to get it in, just shoot me an email, let me know. I'm completely flexible. We'll make it work. Moving on with our next assignments, I will let you know on Wednesday, June 7th, when the discussion board post number 3 will be due, when discussion board post number 4 will be due, along with the final thesis supporting paper, which is the final paper for the course. So I'm going to, on Wednesday, change those due dates, let you know when those due dates are, those new due dates, and then I'm also going to explain the new assignments that are coming up to the discussion board post 3, 4, and the final paper. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. Again, happy writing, happy reading, and I will see you in cyberspace.